Guys, how's it going? Mr. Big28 here, and to do my predictions for the 2015 Royal Rumble, the first WWE pay-per-view of 2015. I'm going to do my predictions, say who I think's going to win, which matches, and just a bit of a reason as to why. So let's get straight into this. So we'll go the pre-show match, which will be between The New Day, which consists of Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods, going up against Tyson Kidd, Cesaro. Now, I had too much match. I think the WWE really fucked up The New Day. I thought that with The New Day, I thought they were gonna, do one of those things like they did with Brodus Clay, where they portray him up as obviously with Brodus Clay, but they portrayed him up as a massive monster, with these huge promos, and then when he came out, he was actually singing and dancing. So I thought they were going to do something like that with the New Day, have them as these really happy, clappy, really positive guys. But then on their actual debut, they would actually, show some of those elements we saw in the summer of them becoming like a heel. But we never actually got that, so that was very disappointing. But anyway, on to the match. I reckon the New Day will go over. I'm not really too bothered. Again, I haven't really been following a lot of the lower card matches, in terms of... they had a match on Raw. I think it was Big E Kofi went up against Tyson Kidd. I saw Raw because all.
That's why I don't do Raw reviews if I watch for 3 hours, and also just... there's so much stuff I just don't really care about. That's why I want to, skip it. But anyway, so I'm going to go with the New Day to win this match. So next, I thought we'd look at the tag team title match between the champions, the Usos, against The Miz and Damien Sandow. Again, I'm going to go with the Usos to win this match. I think the WWE are very hot on them. They're definitely, I would say, in terms of in-ring ability, they are arguably the best tag team in that respect. Again, and also they've just beaten Miz and Mizdow for the titles, so there would be no point of them dropping it to the Miz and Damien Mizdow. So a pretty quick one for me. I'm gonna go with the Usos. So next we will go on to a tag team match for the. Just a tag team match, yeah, sorry, I was about to say for the Divas Championship, but it's not. So it's Paige and Natalya teaming up against the Bella Twins with Nikki and Brie. I was a bit annoyed that we didn't get a Divas title match out of this, but then again I thought, why would they have 2 triple threat matches, on one show, which, again, you don't want to over stipulate, shows, but, so this is kind of understandable, I guess. Again, you've had Paige and Natalya get some wins over Nikki Bella, the Divas Champion. So again, I think I'm going to go with Paige and Natalya to win this, just so that way they can build up, these two to be, opponents in the future for Nikki Bella. They don't. But then again, I could see them losing. But again, I don't really follow the Divas division that much, so a lot of these predictions, I'm just kind of plucking out of thin air here. Yeah, but I'm going to go with Paige and Natalya to win that match. So next we get on to a match that no one really thought would happen, if you told them a few days ago, but it all happened. All went down on Raw, and now now we have a match between the two. The New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, facing The Ascension, Connor and Victor. So for once, The Ascension will actually hopefully have a match that's over, 3-5 minutes? But anyway, so I'm not expecting a great in-ring match, because let's face it, the Outlaws are are obviously past their prime, and the Ascension. The Ascension aren't terrible wrestlers. They are good wrestlers. In NXT, they had some great matches. Again, one of the matches that stands out to me from the Ascension is when they faced Finn Balor and Hideo Itami, but at NXT R Evolution. But yeah, again, I don't think the match will be really long, but I think it'll definitely go over 5 minutes. It'll probably again, I'm going to see these. I'm going to say the Ascension to win here to kind of establish themselves as a top team by defeating the New Age Outlaws. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Ascension to win here. So then we get on to the triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which sees the champion Brock Lesnar defend against John Cena and Seth Rollins, who are the challengers. Now, I do have a prediction for this match, but I think Brock Lesnar will win this match against these two. I definitely see him going into WrestleMania, as champion. I think that was the whole purpose of him winning at SummerSlam. He carries the title from SummerSlam to WrestleMania, and they bring up a top challenger from Mania who dethrones him. So yeah, I will say Lesnar. However, I would not count out the fact of a John Cena win, where he defies all odds and he pins Rollins, and then they have Cena go into WrestleMania as champion. Again, whenever Cena's in a match, you can never, I would never say, if Cena was in a match, I would never not predict him to be able to win, because he's just one of those guys who can always always wins matches. So I will say I'm still going to go with Lesnar, but Cena, I wouldn't be surprised if he won. When it comes to Seth Rollins, I could see him doing this, but I think the only way he would do that is if you would have again Rollins lose the actual match per se, but then because he didn't get pinned or something, he attacks the winner of the match from behind and then cashes in. So you could again have Cena win, but then Rollins cash in, so you have 2 title changes in one thing. So that would be, I could see them doing that, but I very much doubt it. I'm gonna just go with Brock Lesnar, but wouldn't be surprised if either Lesnar or either Cena or Rollins win the match somehow. So let me get on to what I think will be the main event anyway. The Royal Rumble match, where 30 men will enter, and the winner will face the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania 31. When it comes to this year's Royal Rumble, people have people always speculate who will win the Rumble, from very early on. From a lot of the time, people speculate from SummerSlam onwards, and I know I did, to be honest. So I'm not gonna say that I didn't. And usually, people are completely wrong and don't have, and then, people's predictions, a few months ago, completely different to what they are now, but mine is still the same. I remember since SummerSlam, I always thought Roman Reigns was going to win, to be honest, because of the way they've been building him up, and just the fact that, it's obvious that the WWE see him as the next guy, and, what better way than to have him win the Rumble, beat Lesnar, and then become the champion. My only problem with that is just the way WWE are going about pushing Roman Reigns, and the promos that they write for him is just god awful. I mean, you had the one where he referenced superheroes and stuff, and then he did that, but he's talked about traveling at the speed of a bullet, and then he made that terrible bullet noise where he went pew or something. Oh, and it was just awful. And then he did that Jack and the Beanstalk promo. That was, oh god, that actually might have been worse. I'm still trying to figure out which one was worse, but yeah. And then, so I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns to win this match. However, I will, I'm gonna throw in some other people who could potentially win. Daniel Bryan, again, I'll be rooting for him to win the Royal Rumble, as he is my favorite guy on the current roster, and I think it would make sense for him to win the Rumble, in the sense that he never lost the title, so he's entitled to a rematch, and you could book a Lesnar-Bryan feud, and I think the dynamics of that would work. So that's one of the reasons why I think Daniel Bryan could win. I don't necessarily see him winning. Again, so the third person I'm going to throw in here. Again, you could speculate Dean Ambrose as well, or Bray Wyatt, but I really don't think either of those guys are going to win, so I'm going to throw them out there. The third guy who I could see winning, and I wouldn't mind, to be honest, would be Randy Orton. He hasn't been on TV for a while. We haven't seen him since, you know, around just before, was it Survivor Series? So we could see him, you know, return and win the Rumble match. And, you know, to a lot of people and myself, you know, Lesnar and Orton is a match that a lot of people would like to see, and I actually wouldn't mind seeing it, just to see how it would work and the dynamics of everything. However, the only reason I don't see Orton winning is because I think it would make a lot of sense to have Orton go after the Authority. You know, maybe have a feud with Rollins going into WrestleMania. But again, Randy was just another person I thought I'd throw in there because you could potentially win it. You never know. So, thanks for watching my predictions, guys. Please like and subscribe.